Hey everybody, Vsauce here. What if I broke into your home and tried to steal all of your bones? Could you stop me? No, I am not Vsauce. I am going to break into your home and take all your bones. But, first, I'm going to play another Zelda game. Another day, another Zelda game to play. We are on 5. We're on 5 out of 6. This seemed like such a I'm never going to reach the end of this kind of an endeavor, you know? I don't know why. I mean, like, there were more Metroid games to play, right? Because, like, how many Metroid games were there? There was Zero Mission, Samus Returns, Super Metroid, Other M, Fusion, Dread. That's the same amount of games. Same amount of games. But, like, with the Metroid games, like, the size of them, they're not very big at all, right? So, like, sitting down and deciding, like, oh, I'm going to, you know, we're gonna finish the, we're gonna play the entire 2D Metroid series, right? That didn't seem like that crazy of an idea, outside of the fact that I had never played those games before and I was going to go in completely blind to most of them, right? With the Zelda games, though, I think just the sheer size of each game, they're pretty like extensive games. A Metroid game you can beat in like less than 10 hours, less than 5 if you're really schmoovin', you know. But with Zelda games, they're a lot more extensive. They're a lot more story heavy, you know? There's a lot more to do. And then also deciding back in Ocarina of Time, deciding that I was going to 100% each one, because why not? Literally, that was like that was literally like hey, oh man, you know, there's collecting Skulltulas, and I'm sitting there like, should I just collect all the Skulltulas? Should I just do that? Isn't that, well, if I get all the Skulltulas, I might as well get all the heart pieces. Well, if I get all the heart pieces, I might as well get all the upgrades and all the everything, right? At that point. And then at that point, it's like, okay, well, I guess I might as well just 100% the game. And now here we are on Skyward Sword, 5 games in, and with the promise that I'm going to probably get all of the shrines and Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild. Something that I don't think anybody, including the developers of the game, would recommend you do. I don't think it heightens the experience. There's like 800 something Korok seeds to get. But I figured, you know, this stuff is so well documented at this point. And again, it was always a matter of, well, when else would I do this? I brought up a few games ago, you know, playing these games again gave me this thought as I reach the end of each one. This thought pops into my head of, I wonder when the next time I'll play this game is. And then that thought, you know, naturally becomes, I wonder if I'll ever play this game again. Not because I don't like these games. I love these games. They're some of my favorites, right? But because there's so many games to play. There's so many things to do, period, in life, right? That it's like, man, when will you play your favorite game again? When will you watch your favorite movie again? When will you watch your favorite show again? Eventually, you will do all of these things for the last time, you know? Some of the things that I would say are my absolute favorite things, I have not played or watched more than once, simply because, you know, I every time I sit down to do something, I always figure, oh, shouldn't I try something new? Ultimately, no. And my friend mentioned something. They were like, oh, well, just play it again. Like, just do it again. And I'm like, okay, but that's not... And I understand what they mean, but that's not my point. That's not what I'm saying when I ask what if this is the last time I play this game. I'm not asking that I couldn't make time for it, or that I won't make time for it, to sit down and play Wind Waker again, or Twilight Princess again, or Ocarina of Time, or even Majora's Mask again, a game that I played for the first time while recording it for this series. It's like, no, of course you can sit down and make a point to play something again, right? But I'm talking about the fact that it's unknowable. You do not know. You can say, oh yes, I will make sure to play this game again. But then the next day comes and you haven't. I'm saying that, like, every time you sit down to do something, you don't know if it's the last time you will be doing that thing, right? And then, yeah, so these games have just got me really introspective like that. About valuing, like making a point to really take in and value the time that you dedicate to something. And I think that extends to all things, you know? I think that extends to spending time with people. It's very easy to say, like, oh, well, I'll see you later. I'll see you later. But eventually you won't see them later. There will be a day, maybe it won't be a very, very long time, right? But I think people need to get better at acknowledging the fact that you don't know. That you don't truly know, and that eventually the day will come when you say goodbye for the last time. So imagine if you don't even say goodbye. Imagine if you don't even see that person for the last time and then they move away or something, you know? That's why that's very important to me. It's not important to a lot of other people I know, and I get it. I understand where they're coming from, but if your excuse for not making a point to make time for people is, oh, we'll just do it again some other day, then it's like, I'm sorry. But I do not agree with that mindset. I think you could do it again. You could see that person again another day. Nothing in life is guaranteed, right? You gotta make the time, make the effort while you have a chance to, you know? Anywho, on that nice, happy, cheery note, man, you know, this is what playing Twilight Princess does to you. It gets you in that emo, dark, brooding mood. We're going to, I mean, on an upper note, I would say these games kind of go back and forth between being like fairly light and cheery, at least on the surface level, to a little more dark and brooding. Ocarina of Time's a little bit mix of both. I would say all the child stuff that you do is pretty, in the first half of the game, is like pretty, like, oh, I'm a young kid, I'm going on an adventure, right? And then Majora's Mask is like, oh, have you thought about dying before? You know, you could die. Have you thought about that? And then you get Wind Waker, which obviously just looks so bright, cheery, and happy, disregarding any, you know, sort of subtext in the game. And then you get Twilight Princess, which is the brooding, like, teenage brother of the bunch that's like freaking like, oh, you thought about dying sometimes? Well, I write about it daily in my journal. And it's like very dark, very brooding, very melancholic. And then you go back to this game. This game is very, I would describe this game as whimsical. This game feels very fairy tale-esque. It's very, it's a classic tale. It's the most classic tale of good versus evil. It's the knight in shining armor going to save the girl, sort of. And, you know, it's not exactly like that. It's not one for one, you know. It's not knight saving the princess in the castle levels of good and evil. But it's much more fairy tale feeling. It feels like a legend being told to you. But part of that is part of that is lends itself. The reason it lends itself to that sort of description is because this game's pretty divisive. At least it was when it first came out. I think people have warmed up to it more. I really enjoyed the game, but I've only played it once. And after the fact, after completing the whole thing, I'd be the first person to admit that it had many, many flaws. I mean, if you look at the demonstration for it originally, when it was originally going to be released, the original demonstration for it at E3, or I think it was E3, or maybe it was a Nintendo Direct, I don't know, or a Nintendo event, I don't know. Miyamoto got on stage and was like, oh, I'm going to show you the motion controls. This is the game that leaned into the motion controls. They made a Wii port of Twilight Princess, but Twilight Princess didn't lean so much into... There was some very light motion controls in there. Some aiming stuff here and there. You could swing the Wiimote to have Link swing his sword. Things like that. But it was very... it felt kind of... Outside of like some aiming for things, all of that felt sort of... superfluous, It felt kind of stitched on. Skyward Sword was the first Zelda game that was going to fully try to make the full experience based around the motion controls, and it was at the time when they had the Wii Motion Plus, both the remotes and the attachments. And that's actually, I bought two Wii Motion Plus controllers for the purpose of playing this game, because good heavens, I could not imagine playing this game with I do not remember many moments of it being completely, a complete mess, but I will say, you do lack precision. Even with the Wii Motion Plus remote, you lacked a lot of precision. And that made this game very divisive. But that's not the only reason why I feel like this game is pretty divisive to me. I think for sure the controls are definitely a part of it, right? Oh, you know what? Let's hop in and get some tunes going. For sure the controls are part of it. But for me personally, I feel like when playing with Joy-Con control, yeah, you can still... Here's the thing. You can still use the gyro controls to do basically motion controls if you wanted to. I'm not doing that. I'm using a controller because I feel like the way they adapted this game to using the controller is actually amazing. And we'll see that. I love this. First off, HD. This game looks amazing. This is like the best looking iteration of this game for sure. This is like the ideal way to play the game to me for a lot of reasons. Both visually, they really cleaned up a lot of the models, a lot of the environments, really cleaned up the blur, the fuzz that a lot of Wii games had, which is lovely. Oh, no. Not right now, Fee. We'll get to Fee. You'll have your day, Fee. Don't even worry about it. I love how mellow this intro is. What this opening is, and they don't even show you anything. They just hit you. I mean, Skyward Sword, right? Hit you with the sky. Also, it runs at 60 frames a second. Hallelujah. Oh yeah. Oh, also some autosave feature stuff, which is super nice. I think first Zelda game to incorporate that. That's for sure. Yeah, I did actually start the game when it first came out, but then I got the idea for doing this legacy, and then I was like, oh, I should probably put this off. And then also other things came out. I got sidetracked, so I will be... What are we doing? Controls for aiming? You don't say. Oh, also, I don't know if you could already tell from the music. This is the first game to have an actual full orchestra for the music, and I think you can already really tell. Motion controls for camera? No, absolutely not. You don't need invert. I wonder what simple looks like. You know, we'll see. Because actually being able to change it to simple is actually pretty cool. But yeah, so I think this game's also divisive because of how it's made in general, right? It takes its... Well, wait, I started this game 2 years ago? That's crazy, man. That's actually crazy. Wow, okay. I think this game's also divisive because, for me, the way it structures its story and the way it uses the Zelda formula, this is a Zelda game with basically all of the fat shaved off. This is the bare essentials of what a Zelda game is. The formula is fully visible in this game. The do 3 things 3 times and beat game formula, right? The scope of it is very narrow. As I've been describing up till this point, this game is the hallway that has rooms you can walk into, do a thing, and then walk back into the hallway and keep moving in that straight line. The game, I don't know if you've noticed, the games have been getting progressively more narrowed down. At least after Wind Waker, the games get progressively more narrow until you are... This game's almost, I wouldn't go as far as to say, it's not on rails, but there is not a whole lot of extra side stuff to do or to explore. Even in it, I mean, it's even noticeable, this sort of railroading is even noticeable in the design of the maps, and we'll see that. But the maps are essentially straight lines. And when you travel through them, and even if they don't look like a straight line, you can only travel in them the first time around in a straight line, essentially. And I know what you're thinking, but oh wait, but there's the sky, right? The sky is just like Wind Waker's ocean. There's like a bunch of stuff. It's littered with a bunch of stuff to go explore and look at, right? No. It's filled with a bunch of floating rocks to fly around, and some floating platforms to stand on sometimes, and sometimes you have to use an item to do a thing. But it does not have nearly the amount of depth of Wind Waker's ocean. So, I know I'm going to be sounding really negative. I'm probably going to be playing this game. I'm going to sound more negative than I have been throughout everything, right? But I want to get the point across. The reason I sound so negative is because I actually really like this game. I like a lot of things about this game. I think this game has one of the most realized characterizations of Link and Zelda, and one of the best relationships between the two, probably of the whole series. This game's story, too, because it is so story-driven and story-focused, the story is actually, it's in the forefront more so than any of the games, even Twilight Princess, which is it was very story-heavy compared to the other Zelda games. Skyward Sword probably has the best story, to be completely honest, which is good because it's like the main focus. It is the main driving force of the whole thing. So, you know, thankfully it is also good. Quite good, I would say. I think all the characters are great. I think the world is good. I think the main town of Skyloft is actually amazing. I think And then if we want to extend to this version of the game, no longer needing the motion controls, which was the biggest detractor of the original game, right? So if we don't need motion controls, well dang. So how does it play now? This game plays amazing. Using the right stick to swing your sword is actually amazing. It made me sit there and wonder why they have not done this before or after this new version of this game. Why no game has ever done something like this. Being able to choose the direction of your swings and what attacks you do by moving your other stick is actually awesome. It takes a little bit. Here's the thing. It's gonna take a little bit of getting used to, because I've been playing all these Zelda games, and they all have essentially the same control scheme, right? They all have basically the same control scheme, right? But this one does not. Nothing. This one does not do anything normal. This game, its story, its structure, its gameplay, this game does not do anything like the other Zelda games do. Now, is it as huge of a leap as Breath of the Wild is? No, I would say definitely not. But it's still a leap. It's still a pretty big leap away. But you know what? All these things about it lend to? It lends to a Zelda experience wholly unique to itself. You know, I would say Ocarina of Time to Twilight Princess, all of them very clearly Zelda games. Even Wind Waker and Majora's Mask, which have a lot of extra things that give them their own identity, they still, at their core, they're still Zelda games, you know? They still feel like Zelda games. You're still doing the Zelda, the same, you know, your general Zelda game shtick with those games. In fact, actually, I thought that was actually one of the detractors of Majora's Mask, is that you're on this tight timeline, but then eventually, at the end of everything, you still have to be going through very traditional Zelda dungeon romps and things like that. And then there's not as many dungeons as any of the other Zelda games. There's not as many, but then also they're timed, and that added kind of a stress factor to the whole thing. It also made hindered the storytelling a bit, because you would walk through an area, get the whole story, meet the characters, watch them grow, watch them change, and then by the time you get to the dungeon, I would have to reset time and lose all those story beats that I had seen, and basically just go straight to beating the dungeon. Now again, I think that actually lends to the tragic nature of that game, but it still kind of felt, from a story perspective, still kind of felt bad. Felt a little bad, you know? I think we can all admit that. So that game felt like it was a little bit at odds with itself sometimes, of wanting to be a Zelda game, but also it had all this really interesting time stuff going on. And then when when you had quests that really utilized the time stuff, it was really, really good. But yeah, anyways. Moving on from that, yeah, this game is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to revisit this game. I made it up to the third area when I started replaying it in 2021, and then I stopped. But the point I had gotten to, I was blowing through the game, and I was having a great time. So we'll see if we can make it to the whole thing. We'll see how it all feels in the end. Because the controls are not the only thing that I think sort of is a bit of a blemish on this game, but we'll see. We'll see. Anywho, might as well just jump into it. Let's go. Now, in order to fuel this leg of the adventure, I have mango Pepsi mixed with cherry Pepsi in a big cup. 'Cause I'm a little goblin, and I just can't be stopped. Now, in this game, there's actually quite a few things that... As far as collection goes in this game, we have 24 heart pieces. Not nearly as many heart pieces as usual, although I could be wrong about that. We only need 4 for a heart container this time, though, so that could be part of the reason. 27 goddess cubes, 27 goddess chests. The chests and cubes go together, but we'll get to that. 80 gratitude crystals, which is a lot, and I don't think I ever scratched the surface of this one. And 10 medals. So, neat. It doesn't say anything about... Doesn't say anything about bottles or anything like that, but we'll just get those as normal items along the way, I suppose. Alright. Let's do it. We're gonna have a bit of an intro. I'll see you on the other side. Freaking hilarious. Oh man, I forgot this game has freaking. This game's cinematic as heck. Hey, sleepyhead. I know how much you like to sleep in, so I'm guessing this letter will be your alarm clock this morning. Did I guess right? Rise and shine, Link. Today's the wing ceremony. You promised to meet me before it starts. Remember? You better not keep me waiting. Zelda. Oh, that smile. Oh, you know. I'm gonna get this out of the way. They for sure have a thing for each other. There is no doubt in my mind. I will not hear anything to the contrary. Yeah, hey, first time in a while, can't use the right stick as a camera. I know that sounds weird, considering the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess ports came out before this one. But no. Yeah, because using the sword requires the right stick, they changed it a bit. You have to hold down left bumper and then use the right stick to turn around and stuff. It's a teensy bit slow. Just a teensy bit. What do we got in here? Got a blue rupee. Oh, nice. Okay, you gotta admit though, the visuals in this game, the visuals are pretty top notch. I mean, I don't know about you, I think this game looks pretty freaking good. Very clean, very crisp. Money. I like how you can see all this stuff in here. Got a satchel, some banners, books. As I don't take Link as a reading person, but I'll take your word for it. There's nothing. Oh no, he even says, look, see, there's nothing useful in here. Got a wooden sword though. It feels very. You know what I would compare this opening section to? This is your. Oh, also, if you get hurt, sitting down slowly regenerates your HP. Don't ask me why. It's very strange. It's like resting, basically. I can move this? Why? Why can't I bump that? I don't know if you noticed, we actually have a sprint now, but we also have a stamina meter for it. Breath of the Wild, eat your heart out. I think Breath of the Wild probably does stamina a little bit better. Stamina is kind of a weird mechanic in this game. Oh yeah, getting the tutorial now. You can really tell the difference between oh. Cleanliness is next to night. Ugh. Cleanliness is next to nightliness. Night. I know how to speak English. I promise. Cleanliness is next to nightliness. Next to nightliness. Nightliness is a hard word. I don't know why. Keep your sleeping quarters tidy. I think our sleeping quarters are all right.
Yeah.
Oh, we finally have names on people's text boxes. You know, that was something that I could have swore was in every Zelda game, but I must have been thinking about something else. Morning, Link. So today's the wing ceremony. Are you ready? All I'm saying is everyone else is out there practicing at the plaza, but you seem pretty relaxed about the whole thing. Of course, that Crimson Loftwing of yours is something special. I feel pretty confident riding him too. My bird won the last ceremony, but even I don't think he could beat a red tail like yours. Of course, a bird's true speed in a race always comes down to the skill of the rider. I'm something of a bird researcher around here. Ah, Pippet. Please, space. So, you know, if you ever find yourself in need of some bird expertise, see old Pippet. So I don't know if you noticed, there should be some, like, striking details. For instance, the fact that he is wearing, Pippet here is wearing a hero's tunic. It's a yellow one, but he's wearing a hero's tunic all the same. And we are not, even though our name is Link. Hello, sir. Olin. Hey, Link, the day of the wing ceremony is finally upon us. It's time to put what you've learned to use, all those practical skills I taught you, and all the academic prowess Instructor Horwell taught you. While we're at it, do you remember how to look around? I do. No, yeah, I did pick up on that. Thanks, though. I am Olin, of course. I have white hair. I teach practical skills. Instructor Horwell has brown hair, and he teaches academics. Don't forget it. You always confuse Instructor Horwell and me. You mean Instructor Horwell and I? Karen plus Ka. Oh, that's cute. It's a little... You know what we're gonna do? Can I? Nice. Speed fast? Very fast. How about fast? This is fast. This is okay. I have a feeling very fast is gonna be way too fast. Wait, this is very fast? Wait, actually though? It is. Well, okay. I'm actually gonna leave it on this. Now, granted, you can't just press L to turn to you, of course. Always dive for a designated diving platform when mounting your loft wing at Skyloft. No running in the halls. Well, you know. Not a very useful map if it's just gonna give us the word explanation of it. What do we have here? Gross. Oh, gross. You don't know. You don't know yet, but Groose is the best character. Because we actually have, this can be a little intimidating at first. It's a lot of freaking stuff. You know what will be weird? Oh crud, yeah, this is our collection. Like I said, it can be a little intimidating. Don't freak out. We're gonna get through this together. You got trouble, my dude? Hello, Fledge. My small, meek child. Good morning, Link. Today's a big wing ceremony, right? I wanted to fly too, but I didn't make the cut, so I'm stuck back here at the academy. Plus, I've got to move these barrels around the kitchen. Or over to the kitchen. I was hoping to at least be able to cheer you on, Link, but I guess that's the way it goes. Going out there and wow them, buddy. I'm sorry, Fledge. I'm not like you, Link. I fail at everything I try. So I'm still here practicing picking up barrels with A. Oh, Nintendo, never change. Never change the way you incorporate tutorials. I guess it's not all bad. At least I'm getting paid. You need help, my dude? I got you, Buster. I got you, Fledge. Don't even worry about it, Fledge. Fledge, this is pretty heavy. I ain't even gonna lie, Fledge. Ugh, criminy. Like how Fledge actually reacted. There's gonna be a lot of little details and interactions with people that you can catch. Aw, Link, you here to help me? You've always been so kind. I'm happy to take you up on the offer. You need to carry one of these barrels over to the old lady who works in the kitchen. Press A to pick it up, A to put it down. When you hold something above your head, you can throw it. You can also roll things like pots. But we'll get in huge trouble if any of these barrels break, so don't even think about throwing or rolling them. If you forget any of these, just press that. Opening up an explanation of actions available to you at that moment. Oh. Kinda nifty. You know what I'm actually curious about now? Hey, if you're wondering, like, hey, why are you going so painfully slow? It's just the way, it's part of the process. This is part of what I'm doing. Oh, okay, so it gets rid of, like, the D-pad? Interesting. I don't mind having the D-pad option thing on here for now. But we'll see. Wouldn't mind getting rid of it. I like a very simple, clean HUD. I appreciate that. If you notice too, another difference is we don't start with 3 hearts, we start with 6. A part of that is because this game has a lot more of a focus on combat than the other ones. There you go, ma'am. Henya. Also, I don't know if you noticed, like, we're getting like a smooth 60 frames a second right now. Super, super nice. Makes this game look especially good, especially the animations and stuff. What's all this? I thought I told Fledge to carry that. Bah, it's probably for the best. A skinny boy would probably have gotten flattened. Say, did you have something important ceremony or something today? Well, thanks for the help. Whoops. Where are you going with that? There's no use to me here. Oh, no use to me there. Stop fiddling around and finish what you came to do. I was trying to talk to you again, ma'am. I'm sorry. Yeah, I would say that the intro to the game feels very Kingdom Hearts 1, where you have a weird dream sequence that's completely out of... I got you, Fledge. Don't even worry about it, Fledge. I got you, buddy. We're gonna get there, you and me together. You and me, 100 years. Oh, nothing special? I just want to make sure. Thanks, that was a huge help, Link. I know it's not much, but here's half the pay the old lady offered me to do that. Oh, you don't gotta do that, Fledge. Holy crap. Wait, hold on, Fledge. She was gonna give you 40 rupees to move 2 barrels? Also, these rupees look crisp. What the heck? You have to hang back and watch the Academy today. Good luck with the ceremony, Link. Well, you have a good day, Fledge. Fledge, I've got a soft spot for the meek characters in games, the unassuming ones. Well, that's how my story ends. Sat on the toilet for 50 hours straight. The world was destroyed. Everybody died. You gotta clean your hands, Link. If people are gonna think that you actually went to the bathroom and didn't wash your hands. Link, my guy, my dude, my man.
Hey!
Link. If you're heading over to the plaza, the quickest way is out the door on the ground floor. The exit on the top floor is still locked, so you obviously can't get out there. It's taking the lunch lady so long. I'm gonna have a word with her later. Pippa, chill out. Thanks for letting me know too, but also chill out. I'm going to assume nobody else is. Oh, there's one lady. What a Karen, Instructor Horwell. Oh, Zelda. Should probably, okay, yeah, she probably shouldn't be trying to get into Zelda's room, or any of the girls' rooms, to be fair. That might read wrong.
Hi.
Oh, Karain. Is it Karen? Karain. Probably Karain. Good morning, Link. Good luck at the wing ceremony today. Just think, if you win today, you'll become a senior like us, and you'll be a very big step closer to graduating as a knight. You'll even get a knight's uniform, like the one I'm wearing. Something tells me you'll look pretty handsome in it. But still not as dreamy as him. It's Pippet. You like Pippet, don't you? You don't lie to me, Karain. If you win today's ceremony, you'll become a senior like us. Good luck. Well, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Oh, I think the head honcho, yeah, Headmaster Gabor. Also, I don't know if you already caught that detail. His name is Gabor or Gapor, I believe it is. Let's see how it's spelled. Wait till you see him. It's a pretty good, yeah, Gapor. Headmaster Gapor. Yes, clearly a reference to, if not some sort of relation to. So I think in that whole opening sequence, I don't know if you picked up on something, but it was telling us a story of demons rising through. Oh, and then we get just a lovely shot of Skyloft. Here's the thing I will say. There's not much going on in the sky, but the main area, the village, this town, is probably one of the most, like, well-detailed, the most realized main town ever in any of the Zelda games. I think Kakariko Village in Ocarina of Time is actually really good. I think that Ordon and Kakariko Village in Twilight Princess both look very good. I think Ordon's very well structured, well put together. This one feels like a real large town that makes sense. It has everything that you would expect there to be in there. Has a lot of people. There are no nameless NPCs. All of these characters in this town have names. They are actual people. They have relationships with one another. They are families. They're related to one another, they know one another, they have different varying relationships. You get to see that and get more of a feel for that as the game goes on. So I think the game does a really good job at making this feel like a real breathable place, which is good because it's like the biggest place, the most it's like the one place you go to the most in the sky. Hey Link, up here. Oh well.
Yo.
Good morning to you, Link. Today's finally the day of the long-awaited wing ceremony. Are you feeling ready? Oh, I just remembered there's something I'd like to ask you about. Target me, we can have a quick chat.
Ooh.
Excellent. Always remember, you can target someone to talk to them easily. And even when there isn't anything to target, it's a convenient way to quickly face your view forward. No, but it's a little silly to carry on a conversation from this distance. Why don't you come up here and join me? You should be able to climb if you dash to the top of the wooden box, don't you think? Then you can make that jump fairly easily. Try climbing up here. Yeah, so now, interesting thing, you cannot save whenever you want. There are autosaves, but you cannot save wherever, which is weird since they've been letting you save whenever you want since Ocarina of Time, so I don't know why they changed that. Regardless, though, there we go. Oh. Yeah, so now we get to see all the different uses for the new stamina mechanic. I think they introduced them pretty organically. So what are you up to today? Rushing to get the last-minute bird riding practice in this morning, Link? No, I'm late. Oh, you have someone to meet? Ah, Zelda's waiting for you, is she? Perfect timing, then. You see, Zelda's father, Headmaster Kapor, has a pet named Mia, and she scampered off again. Look. Over there. Do you see her? The headmaster is so busy working with Zelda, preparing for the ceremony. I thought that maybe I should feed her, but the ceremony is about to start, and I just put on a fresh set of clothes, and, well, you see, I simply don't want to. Will you help me get out? Will you help me out and go retrieve Mia for me? Another thing, when I said, it might have sounded kind of weird to say, oh, it has the most most realized, most characterized, or best characterizations for Link and Zelda. That might be a little confusing because there's not much characterization for Links. There's like these momentary glances and looks on their face, and you can see the distress in their faces, the emotions in their faces, things like that. But for the most part, they're pretty like quiet, pretty just resolute guys. The characterization of Link in this game, what sort of helps further, what helps make Link feel like his own person that's not just you playing a character or controlling an avatar, is the fact that there are dialogue options. Now this is a very simple, normal dialogue option. But as the game goes on, it occasionally throws these dialogue options at you, and they'll give you a couple different choices. Now, none of the dialogue options change much, but what they let you do is they let you formulate who Link is as a character. Like, is he a very serious guy? Is he kind of like, a lazy layabout kind of guy who doesn't really care much about anything? Is he like your snarky, is he like your snarky, like wisecracking kind of dude? It's just like little touches and stuff like that. I feel like it actually goes a long way. I personally really like them. I like being able to add a little bit of like flavor that you want to your character. It makes Link feel like his own person, instead of just being your avatar character into this world, which I think is cool. This is just a normal choice though. Like, do you want to help this guy or not? I'm on it. Ooh. Fantastic. You'll do it? I know you're in a hurry, so I really appreciate you taking the time to help. This is basically like your mini obstacle course to try to get you to figure out how to do all the stamina stuff. You should be able to climb up there, somewhere over there. If you hang off that ledge there, you can climb onto the roof from the other side. I'm terribly sorry, but I know you're quite the climber. I really appreciate it. Don't worry, sir, I got you. But yeah, you can do leaps to sort of speed up the process. It does eat up more stamina though. I don't know if you know. Oh, already see a hook shot point. Beginning of the game. And definitely gonna need to hit that bell, although I don't know what it would do. Oh, we see a little dome over there. That'll be important later. I do like how from here you can see other things out in the sky. Oh my gosh, that chest on that floating platform over there, that bothered me. Every time I would come here after doing stuff or getting further in the game, I would sit and wonder why I couldn't access that chest yet. Oh yeah, you can just freaking toss these guys. They don't mind though. I don't know what these things are. They're like strange raccoon, cat, monkey things. Ooh. Nice work. You brought her back safe and sound. Sorry for troubling you with this. I know you're busy, Link. I suppose I should feed Mia now. Please tell the headmaster that we found his pet. He should be up by the statue of the goddess. I believe Zelda is there with him, so you should hurry along. Oh yes, I should give you a reward. It's not much, but please take this. Don't tell the others. Oh god. Wait a minute, we need to check our wallet. What's our wallet looking like? 300. Okay, so we can pack 300 at the beginning of this game. This game is going to be a lot. I feel like this game's going to be a lot. There's a lot more things to use money on which makes it a lot tighter than the other, which makes finances gonna be a lot tighter than the other Zelda games that we've been playing, where they like bumped how much money you get. You could get like yellow rupees from cutting grass down. That was crazy. I don't know what they were thinking in Twilight Princess. Morning, Link. Jackamar? Jackamar. Jackamar. How's life? Did you manage to even get a wink of sleep last night? Figured you might have been tossing and turning all night thinking about the big ceremony today. What am I doing? Oh, just fixing this gate here. It's been squeaky lately. We can't have that on the day of the ceremony. Hey, you haven't already forgotten to send your prayers to the goddess this morning, have you? Just face the bird statue over there, say a short prayer to save your progress. As you know, those bird statues are all over Skyloft. It's about time you get in the habit of stopping at a statue every time you run by one. A prayer in time saves 9, if you know what I'm saying. In other words, we made save points. We don't know why we did this, but you might want to save your game anytime you pass one. Because again, I don't know, it probably auto-saves every time you enter a room, but I would not rely on auto-saving. For sure. Oh, no sparring hall yet. Sad. I do love the art style in this game. Also, it's like you feel, I don't know if it's just like how like close the camera's pushed in or just the way they scaled everything. You feel more like a full-grown guy in a world that feels like sized correctly to how big you are, if that makes sense. In a lot of Zelda games, you always feel very, now granted you usually play as kids, so that's probably why you always feel small. But even in Twilight Princess, I felt like Link always seemed small compared to like most people. Still working on the gate here, so it'll be out of commission for a little while. For a little bit until I finish up. Zelda? Oh, she was just at the statue of the goddess with Headmaster Kapoa. What's the best way to up to the statue? It's time you learned yourself, kid. Just press that and take a look around. You can't miss her. Ceremony. All set for today's big wing ceremony. If you come away with a win, you'll move up to the senior class. Then, after you graduate, you'll be a rescue knight. Those knights sure do keep order in Skyloft. I don't have to tell you, that's a pretty... it's a pretty big deal to become one. Wait, am I a freaking bird cop? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, man. Link's one of the feds. Link's trying to become a fed. I'd like to see what you make it. No. This is the time of knights, which, historically speaking, knights were also terrible. But in their own special way, that's different from cops. Now, we will have ample time to talk about some interesting details that you might already be picking up on. But we'll do that after this. That's the kind of character introduction head turn where they want to hurt you. They immediately want you to go into I must protect. Like, I must protect the smile at all costs. I will kill. I will kill for this being and you cannot stop me. And a very interesting detail which I didn't know. I think maybe I knew it at some point, but it wasn't until not too long ago that when I was looking up things with Zelda stuff for the videos that I've been making. I found something out, and it's that The Ballad of the God. This is like common knowledge now, but an interesting detail about the Ballad of the Goddess, which is what Zelda was just singing right there. Backwards, the melody backwards is Zelda's melody. So there's this very interesting. It's like this very interesting. I mean, Zelda games are all about cycles and the cyclical nature. Like there's like the cyclical nature in Zelda games of things coming back around, things reoccurring. We have a headmaster called Gepora. We have a person named Link. We have a person named Zelda. The pieces are always the same. The way they're placed on the board is always different, right? This is the first time in a while where we have a Link and a Zelda. This is the earliest we have Link and Zelda being face to face with each other. But then even more interesting than that, is that Zelda and Link know each other. They're childhood friends. They grew up together. They live in the same town. Zelda is not royalty in this town. She's just the headmaster's daughter. And Link is just her childhood friend. He's just a kid in the academy. Now, does Link have a family? We don't know. And I actually don't personally remember if they mentioned Link having a family. All I know is that Link does not have a biological family present in this game, which is always the case with Links, right? Usually, except for Wind Waker. But now would be a good time, I think. Like I said, I'm going to be going slow. So just, bear with me here. I just want to soak this in. There's a lot of things that you can already sort of pick up on. First off, we're on an island floating in the sky. Now, in the title screen, which I played this I played the title screen, I showed the title screen intro bit before the opening cutscene of the game. The intro bit was Fee, who we have not met yet, telling the story of the goddess. Now, notice it didn't say goddesses, it said the goddess. Didn't name her. But we've also seen that there are goddess statues. We're at the goddess statue right now, and people have mentioned the goddess. The guy we just talked to, Jekapar? Jekabon? Jekka something. Just mentioned making sure to send a prayer to the goddess. So already, the mythos that we have grown used to, it's funny, because it's, again, the pieces are the same. We have a Link, we have a Zelda, we have a man named Gepora. But things are already different. Things are already a bit different here. And the legend that they told, they said, your people tell of a legend. Of course, I mean, these games always start. Very, very Wind Waker-esque to start with the telling of a story, the telling of a legend, right? It feels very traditional Zelda. But then the legend that's being told is not one we recognize. At the beginning of Wind Waker, the story it tells, you can immediately place that, that takes place. This story is happening. It's right at the tail end of Ocarina of Time. This is the adult timeline. In Twilight Princess, you can piece together throughout the story that, this takes place in the child timeline of Ocarina of Time. But then, so the question then becomes, well, wait, what is this game, though? Because the story it tells at the beginning doesn't seem to fit anywhere. It's talking about a goddess, not three goddesses. And so the question then becomes, where are we? And more importantly, when are we? And we'll get into that. I don't need to give away the ghost just yet. Presumably, if you're watching this, but most people have played this game, right? If you're interested in Zelda games, you probably have played this game. If not, that we're gonna hold off though. I'm gonna do what I always do with these games. I'm going to talk about what we are seeing as they're giving it to us. But what I was saying is that this feels very Kingdom Hearts. We have a weird dream. Clearly, there's already a grand destiny at play here. And the Fee in the intro, in the title screen intro, also mentions, which it got me a little misty. I don't know, it was a combination of the music and just like the theme and like seeing the stuff unfold. I don't know, it got me a little misty-eyed. But her saying that there was another destiny, or there's another legend intertwined with this one, that you have a hand, that you will have a hand in crafting. Now, obviously, that's like a double meaning. She's talking to both you, the player, but then also, presumably, you as in Link will have a hand in crafting. Yeah, it's a very interesting setup. And then you are very much, I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts down to the fact that you are a boy who's friends with a girl and you're on an island. An island that people do not leave. And I think there's actually going to be more than just those. Now that I think about it, there's going to be a lot. There's a lot of stuff that coincides with there's a lot of comparisons you can draw between the opening to this game and the opening of Kingdom Hearts, like the setups. We'll get there. That's going to be interesting to explore. Anyways. Hey, good morning, Link. Glad to see my Loftwing got you out of bed. I will say, I absolutely adore the music in this game. It's music. I need to listen to this music more because I didn't realize how good the music. I didn't remember how good the music was until playing it again. But I love how they use the freaking oboes and stuff. There's a lot of oboe they use. It's very good though. There's a couple themes in particular that we can definitely appreciate when we get there. I was pretty sure you'd sleep in if we get to meet me this morning. Look at this instrument. Look at this outfit. The mine to use today in the ceremony, since I'll be playing the role of the goddess. Aren't they beautiful? Especially this instrument. They tell me it's just like the one the goddess was said to have had in the legends. Sounds gorgeous too. I asked Father about it and he said it's called a harp? And look at these clothes. I made this wrap myself. We'll get to use it in today's ceremony. Between the harp and this outfit, I'm gonna make a great goddess today. I got you up early this morning because I wanted you to be the first one to see me like this, Link. Oh. So, how do I look? Again, choices. So, like, nice costume. No, we're gonna be, hey, listen. If you have at this point ever questioned whether or not I am a simp, the answer is absolutely I am. Nah, let's be nice. I think so too. But it's nice to know you agree. Thanks, Link. Oh, there you go, Zelda. You all prepared for today's ceremony. I think it's super adorable. It's so cute that she said, I wanted you to be the first one to see me all dressed up. That's so nice. There you go, Zelda. I mean, and what it does is, I mean, I feel like already, within like 5 seconds, you're like, these two like each other. These two like have like feelings for each other. And it's just one of those things that where neither of them will ever say anything about it forever. Like they both had feelings for each other for like an eternity, their entire like friendship, but neither of them have ever said anything about it. Childhood friends, man. Oh, hello, Father. Ah, Link, you're here too. Outstanding. Look at his eyebrow. Look at his face. Look at his eyebrows. I love the allusion to the the connection between him and Kepoa Gabor. That's a very nice touch. Link, you're here too. Outstanding. It's encouraging to see you up so early, given your capacity for sleep. Criminy. No doubt today's ceremony had you too excited to close your eyes for once. Right. Yeah, no, I totally got up on my own. You win today's ceremonial race, you'll get to participate in the post-race ritual with Zelda. So give it your best out there. Yes, about that. Father, I don't know if he can do it. Recently, Link hasn't been practicing much at all for the ceremony. And even when he's out riding with his Loftwing, he's just lazily gliding around, probably daydreaming. I don't know what he's thinking. He's gonna have to be in perfect control of his bird to win today. No need to worry yourself, Zelda. Though you may have a point, today's wing ceremony tests the skill of the rider as well as his bond with to his bird. Victory will not come easily. And as you pointed out, I haven't seen him practicing as hard as some of the other students. But you've known him since you were both very little. You should know better than to fret about him. You see, Link and his Loftwing share a special connection. I've never seen anything quite like it. As you know, each of us in Skyloft is but one half of a pair. We are only made whole by our Loftwings, the guardian birds that the goddess bestows upon us, each as a symbol of her divine protection. When we are young, every one of us meets our Loftwing under the great statue of the goddess. It's quite a big moment, as I'm sure you recall. But that first meeting between Link and his Loftwing was extraordinary. The bird came to him was a crimson Loftwing. It is a breed so rare, we were sure for the first time that it had vanished from the line. Oh, we were sure for some time that it had vanished from the line. Link is not even paying attention. I love that. Yes, and the boy and his bird seemed to share a profound connection from the moment they met. Do you recall when Link and that Loftwing of his first met? What a sight. The little boy just hopped on that bird and gracefully flew away, without even a moment of instruction. They were meant for each other. And judging by how jealous you were that day, I'd say the friendship he shares with that bird didn't go unnoticed by you, my dear. But who can blame you? I'm sure you weren't the only one envious of the powerful bond shared by Link and his bird. Anyone who is a part of something special is bound to catch some nasty looks sooner or later. I feel like... I like how... I love that. Gepoa is talking about how Link and his bird have an extraordinary bond that's unmatched by anybody else or anything else in the town, right? And then while he's explaining that, Link is not paying attention. Link, who everybody has said, oh, I'm surprised you're up and not still asleep, Link. Link is daydreaming. He's looking up, he's thinking about his bird, he's thinking about flying, he's looking away, he's not paying any attention, right? And then at the same time, Gepoa's talking about how Zelda was super jealous of that. Meanwhile, she's not paying attention either. She's looking at Link, who's looking up at his... Link's looking up at his bird, she's looking at Link, and Gepoa's talking to nobody at this point. I love that the imagery of both Link thinking about flying with his bird, Zelda thinking about Link, and Gepoa sitting there explaining a relationship to both of them that we can see happening before our eyes. This contest is nothing to laugh at, Father. The ceremony is part of the final test for those training to become Knights of Skyloft. If Link doesn't fly fast enough during the race... So is Zelda not part of the program? I'm assuming it's a choice, right? It's not, definitely not like a gender-based role or anything like that, because both we've seen Pippet and Kendera? Okay, Kadera. Kaderan? Kaderan. Yes. Yeah, Kaderan, I think it was. Who is a girl and who was also in the knight's outfit. So clearly, I don't know. Maybe it's like, I don't know. It's not like a normal. It's not like public schooling, right? It's specifically about becoming one of the Sky Knights. Link doesn't fly fast enough during the race. What if Link messes up his big chance? What if he's not allowed to become a knight? Oh. Calm down, my dear. We'll be fine. Honestly, it's almost as though you become a completely different person when you worry about Link.
Hey!
Listen, Link, you better fly your heart out today. At the very least, you need to squeeze in a little practice time before the race. Come on, you'll thank me later. Link's like, wait, hold on, there's something wrong. Here we go, go on now. Jump off the edge and call your Loftwing. It's almost time for the ceremony, so try to practice seriously for once. I love it. Oh yeah? You can't sense your bird out there? Oh, I get it. You're trying to weasel out of having some practice. Nice try, but you're not fooling me. Zelda?
Hey!
Okay, Link, go ahead. Call your Loftwing. Link? This boat sure is taking a long time to get here. Oh, poor bird. I'm sorry, friend. I didn't mean to push you so hard. You didn't sprain your wing, did you? Link and the bird like, oh my gosh, we both almost died. This is very odd, Link. What could have possibly happened to your Loftwing? If you remember, at the very beginning, we saw a blue Loftwing, presumably Zelda's, and one red Loftwing flying away. But then some dudes seemed to jump onto their own Loftwings and go after it? For a bird to ignore the call of his master, it's unheard of. And you still can't sense your bird nearby, eh, Link? This is quite a problem, especially considering the wing ceremony is about to start. Link, when you said you couldn't sense your Loftwing, well, I should have believed you, I'm sorry. I need to tend to my own Loftwing, so I'll catch up with you later. You'd better go on ahead and see if you can find out where your bird has gone. My, how did it get to be so late? If I recall correctly this year, Instructor Horwell is presiding over the ceremony. Link, you should go explain the situation to him and see if he's willing to delay the race a little so that you can catch your bird. Find your bird. But Father, you're the headmaster of the academy. If Link asks Instructor Horwell, he'll probably just come talk to you about it. Ah, quite true. As usual, you make an excellent point, my dear. I have a feeling Zelda runs all over him. This poor man. Very well, I'll explain the situation to him myself. Link, run along and tell Instructor Horwell to come see me in my quarters. Don't worry, Link. I'll be sure to explain the predicament to Instructor Horwell. Go find him and ask him to meet me in my quarters. While we chat, why don't you go ask some of the other students about your bird? I do recall a few of them were gathered near the plaza. Down at the south of Skyloft, that place with the X marks the spot. We're holding the wing ceremony there today. Noted. Have you read your map before? No, I can figure out a map. Oh, I see. The map icons probably disappears too with the symbol. Whoa. Don't let it fool you. Gang, don't let this fool you. There's nothing in this sky. That's what they want. They want you to believe there is, but there's nothing. There's nothing here for you. Like, I'm gonna tend to my bird and make sure he's not hurt. I'll catch up with you later. Go and see him. Go and see if anyone in your town knows what happened to your Loftwing. Yes, ma'am. And off we go. Hold on. Can I... I forgot. Can you not roll in this game? I can't roll. I guess the sprint... I mean, the sprint does... essentially... Oh, yeah. Oh, another really nice quality of life thing they changed is that once you pick up something once, you don't get the notification of picking it up again. For some reason, they thought that every time you picked up a collectible, not the fruit, not the stamina fruit, but every time you picked up a collectible, like an item, a material or something, every single time, it would have to give you the text box. It's crazy. I don't know what they were thinking. Something wrong? What's the big hurry? Your Loftwing is missing. But I just saw him. Goose's bird was chasing off after your feathered fella. Where's Goose? Oh, Goose and his little cronies were saying that they were headed down to the wing ceremony in the plaza. So my guess is they might be in the plaza. Normally, the fastest way down there would be this path. The gate here still needs some work before it'll open. Can you go around to the academy? Yes, sir. Oh well. What's wrong, Link? You're looking a little pale. What? Your Loftwing is missing. How strange and troubling. Do you think you can find him? You're gonna start looking for him now? How will you make it back in time to fly the ceremony? Looks like your participation in the ceremony hinges on whether or not you can find your bird on time. I'm gonna hurt you, Horwell. I'm gonna hurt you. Violence is the only answer here. Excuse me. I see, so the headmaster has summoned me. Alright then, I'll go speak with him immediately. I still owe you for helping me out earlier, so don't worry about the ceremony for now. You focus on finding your Loftwing. Oh, Karane. Oh, it's probably Karane, that's what it is. Don't men open doors for a lady anymore? How am I supposed to just stand here waiting for a little chivalry? Oh, it's you, Link. Say, you look all flustered. Did something happen? What? Can't find your Loftwing. I don't know what to tell you. I've been here at the school the whole time. Karane, do you want me to open the door for you? Oh, it's you, Link. Say, you look all flustered. Oh. Do you want to come in with me? Okay, well. I mean, Link doesn't make the effort. Link doesn't make the effort. I got no control of that. I love the slightly faster trot you get. Yeah, another thing to do is that it's actually like super worth talking and like re-talking and visiting people after certain things happen. There's a lot of unique dialogue in this game. Hey, what's wrong, Link? You know where your bird is. What are you talking about, Link? You called it, but it didn't even come to you? So that means... No, I knew it. Huh? Oh, nothing. Really, I was, talking to myself, you know, like I do. Fledge. That's pretty serious, Link. Hope you find your bird soon. Seriously, Fledge? After everything I've done for you? Talking to me about your loft wing. Right now? I'm a little busy here, so buzz off. Okay, man, lunch lady's mean. Well, I guess that kind of fits the most stereotypical mold of what a lunch lady usually acts like. Criminy. You know what I will say? I will say that it is going to be a shame to not have the gamepad. And I know that seems weird because it's like, what? You mean the big, awful to have to use as a controller gamepad? Butterfly. Butterfly. I want to catch butterfly, but I cannot. What the heck? Why would you miss that, right? But the thing is, the gamepad is like perfect for these games, right? Like, there's just simply no denying that the Zelda games were made for that gamepad. It's maybe the one thing the gamepad was good for was like item management on the fly. So it will be a shame to be missing out on that, but that's alright. Hold up, Link. Hey, Link. Could you help me with something? All you have to do is dash and roll into the tree. Oh, you're gonna teach me how to roll? Thank goodness, because I completely forgot, kid. Just like I've been doing. Dash, and then when you're in front of the tree, bam, do a roll into it. So come on, please. Oh, you click left stick. Interesting. Whoa! You did it, the Sky Stag Beetle. Wait up. Oh, and that's our reward. I like how they... Instead of having the kid give you the reward, because why the heck would a kid give you a reward? They teach you how to roll, and then that nets you a couple extra rupees. Can't do anything with that yet. I love the Skyloft theme. I just love Skyloft. And plus the art style in this game, the sort of like watercolor kind of painting, cell shaded again. Now you're probably thinking, hey, are you gonna go talk to every single person in town? I would be remiss if you didn't talk to every single NPC in town before going and doing the very simple next objective. And you know, just don't worry, I'm for sure gonna talk to every single person in town.
Ooh.
Don't even worry about it. I do like how we there was definitely very specific fashion choices in this town. We got the weird belt mid cloth combo going on. Pero, you know what, Pero? You, though? You're looking a little cursed compared to a lot of other characters right now. I'm gonna be honest. Hey, Link. Today's the big day, isn't it? You know, the wing ceremony thing. Win this and you'll get bumped up to senior class. Here in Skyloft, being able to ride a loft wing that ride a loft wing that separates the kids from the adults. And if your goal is to become a knight, well, good technique is even more important. All of us learn to fly the hard way. Lots of practice. You really shouldn't open other people's cupboards without permission. This is all the same stuff that was in my cupboard. How do I know that's not just my cupboard? How do I know he didn't just steal my entire cupboard while I've been out looking for my bird? Got a heart. This item's life-giving resource. Stores one. Yeah, so hearts. There's heart plants now, but the hearts are still just giant hearts. It's weird. It's a bit strange.
Hi.
Keat. Hey Link, how's it going? The wing ceremony's about to begin, right? Remember when Pippet won the last one right at the last second? It was so close. Now that was a race. Hey, your Crimson Loftwing will be in the race, right? I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. Yeah, well, we'll see. These things, oh my gosh, the music too. The music, it feels like the pirate theme. It's like the equivalent of the pirate theme in Wind Waker. You know, Groose, that sure was a pain, what with all the scratching and pecking. Of course it was. You thought a big Crimson Loftwing like that was gonna go down without a fight? But we got him. I don't care how tough those birds are supposed to be. He's not getting out of that pen anytime soon, boys. Whoa, Link, so, yeah. Just how long have you been standing there? What's your problem anyway? Oh, wait, I got it. You're here to talk about today's race. I can see it in those dopey eyes of yours. They're pleading, oh, Groose, can you please find it in your heart to let me win today? Please? You're just desperate to win so you can get some alone time with Zelda up on the statue of the goddess at the end of the ceremony. I mean, I see Zelda presumably all the time. That's like a daily occurrence for me. I don't know about you. Ah. Well, sorry, pal. Goose doesn't do charity for wimps. My advice? Work hard and wish with all your heart. You might even come in second. I think of, I mean, a voice for this guy, it's a cross between, like, Gaston. I get, like, Gaston vibes, but then I also kind of get, the dude, I don't know the actor's name. All I know, the easiest thing that I can trace him back to is he plays I think the guy in the wheelchair in Family Guy who says, "Hey, Peter," like that guy. That voice is also something I can imagine. But gosh, the animation work is so good. Everybody, the freaking animation is so expressive. It makes everybody feel so everybody's got like a lot of personality in the way they move. Say, come to think of it, how come I haven't seen your bird? Where's the scruffy pile of red feathers? Can't imagine. I like him looking off to the side awkwardly. Can't imagine what could have happened to him. Do you think his tiny brain got confused by all the clouds and got lost? I like this Link. I feel like this Link is less of a, like, I'm gonna fight you or confrontational. A little bit more on the Snoky side of things. You lay off my do right now or I'll flatten you. Everyone knows I got the slickest pompadour in town. You know, we'll all get tired about you never let anyone forget that you and Zelda go way back. You've been friends since you were kids. Big deal. It doesn't change the fact that you float through life with your head in the clouds. Would you wake up, straighten up, and grow a backbone already? Dope like you are dragging our honored academy through the mud. And who might you be talking about, Groose? Yeah, Zelda, kick his ass. Oh, Zelda, hey, nah, it's Don't even try it, Groose. You're picking on Link again, aren't you? Yeah, I mean, picking on me, it's like, it's for sure harassment, but like, he didn't really accomplish much actual bullying. He mainly just said that, like, we're lazy. He kind of just attacked our, like, general character. But the thing is, according to what we've been picking up from everybody else, Link is kind of lazy. He seems like kind of like a bit of a layabout. He doesn't seem... his motivation's pretty low. Seems like he's just... anything that he cares about, he's kind of just, like, kind of naturally talented in. So he doesn't really seem to concern himself too much with doing anything with high effort, you know? I can kind of... I can relate. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, right? I'm not saying I can relate to, like, being naturally talented at things. I've always been, like, the things that I really like doing, I've always been, like, just okay enough at them that I haven't felt the urge. I constantly don't, like, feel the urge to try to, like, improve or get, like, the next step higher. I've always been, like, good enough at things. So I can kind of relate a little bit to this characterization of Link. But hang on to that line he said about us being lazy with our head in the clouds. And saying that we never we never put any effort into anything. Hang on to that. That's gonna be a bit of a sticking point later. He's a student at the academy like all of us. Oh, Zelda is part of the academy. Why do you insist on bullying him around so much? Yeah, I suppose. You suppose what? Forget it. I wasn't supposing anything, okay? Man, you and your friends look like absolute goblins. Okay, we're out of here, boys. Later, Link. Hope you find your bird, or else you're gonna have to sit out today's race. That could be a major setback toward knighthood. So find that bird, or get real used to the taste of failure. It's your special flavor. I hate to say it, but I'm beginning to suspect that those blockheads have something to do with your Loftwing's disappearance. Link, those guys aren't going to help us find your bird, so we better start searching. I'll fly around Skyloft and see if I can spot any trace of your bird. Father said he'd talk to Instructor Horwell about delaying the start of the wing ceremony, so don't worry, we'll find your bird in time. Guys, watching people just jump off the edge of the island is sort of a teensy bit nerve-wracking. Saving is important. Don't forget to save. Ma'am? Oriel. Oh, what's up, Link? You seem to be in a hurry. What's this about your bird? Oh, that unusual crimson Loftwing? Have I seen him? I'm sorry I haven't. Why don't you look for him by the statue of the goddess? You have a good view of the whole town from way up there. Statue of the goddess is in the huge statue north of Skyward. No, yeah, I was just there. I can give it a shot. Oh yeah, this is a whole freaking thing. I'm gonna be dealing with that place yet. The intro to this game is maybe, I would say the intro to this game is, well, pretending like, it depends, of course, how you decide to play it. I'm playing it very slow, but I'm gonna jam the whole intro section up to a very specific inciting incident into one video. The gossipers in town, blocking the road. Gozella, such a beautiful day, but we're too busy to enjoy it. Some things never change.
Ooh.
Greba, Cozella, Greba, and then who's the third one? Isn't that the truth? The only thing my lug nut of a son is good for is getting grease on his shirt. All I do is laundry, laundry, laundry. It never ends. Malera. I hear you. I'm terrible at washing clothes, but I wish I could get someone to do it for me. They're literally blocking off like half the town. That's all just the residential area though. And at different times of the days, you can actually spot, sort of piece together who's related to who and who lives alone, all that kind of stuff, which is kind of interesting. Good to see there's a lot of interconnected. Everybody in town's very interconnected with each other. They kind of make like a web of connections with each other. Kukiel. Hi Link, this house belongs to Kukiel. Psst, by the way, that's me. I'm gonna go play with my special friend today. It's gonna be so much fun. Your special friend. All right, I'm gonna slightly off-putting, but I'm gonna just trust you. You're a child, so it's whatever. What do you guys got going on? Well, yeah, but you let me open people's cupboards without permission. Also, how do you ask permission? Hey, can I, like, snoop through your stuff real quick? Oh, sure, Link. Wona. Pardon me, Link. You haven't seen Kukio, have you? Lady, she's like right outside the door. She's always running off without a word to anyone. I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. I guess she'll never learn unless she runs into trouble one day. I mean, I guess that's like a way to look at it. Kind of, She looks like she's like maybe 5 or 6 years old, so I don't know. I don't know how much of a good idea that is. Oh yeah, so when you pick up objects like this, you have 2 options. With the right stick, you can hold up to throw it, or you can hold ZR to roll it, which I think is hilarious because, I don't know, you get to roll. Hold on. Oh, 2 chests. Can't do anything about that yet. Well, now here's the thing. We know that the one dude in the school, in the academy, had something going on. Look at this. Who knows how long the statue's been here? It only has 1 eye. Poor thing. You should probably know this. But you can press that to look around. Oh, I actually don't 100% remember what this is about. I don't know if you could tell though. The Hylian crest. Okay, well, I mean, okay, first off, right? We know these symbols. The freaking. Well, actually, correction. We know 1 of these symbols. The other 2 are not. Because this was the Zora symbol. Don't recognize these 2, though. There was, however, another... symbol. You can kind of see in the, we've been able to see it around in a couple different places, but in the right eye of this thing, you can see what looks like a sort of a slightly altered version of the Hylian crest, except without the feet and the sort of top part. So, wherever we are now, it's definitely before the Hylian crest, or, I mean, we haven't even mentioned anything about Hylians. In fact, the only thing that was mentioning what we might be referred to us as humans, actually, which is interesting to note because the Hylians were always referred to as Hylians. Of course, they are human beings. Like that's what they are the equivalent to. But it is an interesting detail, right? That they specifically have not mentioned Hylians or Hylia, or well, I'm sorry, Hylians, in any capacity, or Hyrule either. Hey, wait. So did everybody move around again already? Oh, have you 2 met?
Yo.
Start of the wing ceremony is being delayed until you find your loft wing. Until we find the loft wing? Dang. That's like really special treatment. But, I mean, these are clearly, it's not like our fault our bird is gone. Good news, isn't it? It is good news. Hello, Link. Have you managed to find your loft wing yet? You suspect that Groose had a hand in your bird's disappearance? I tell you, that boy is always up to trouble. Headmaster, if that is true, then all the better. Groose has made it that much easier to delay the start of the race. I doubt even Groose will have the gall to complain openly, considering it's his fault we had to delay the race in the first place. I see. Yes, he has painted himself into a bit of a corner, hasn't he? Well, it's settled then. Link, don't worry about the race starting without you. Take the time you need to find your loft wing. Oh, wow. Okay, well, the sense of urgency is sort of left, although it is concerning if they, like, manhandled or hurt a bird. I do like, though, that it's like, everybody's like, no, Link, you're like a chill, like, cool guy. We like you. Groose sucks. I don't know why they just don't just remove Groose from the race, right? Like, why even let him participate at this point? Huh? Why do you want to know where Groose hangs out? Does he have to know good again? I have no clue where he hangs out. Pippet probably does, though. You should talk to him. And I think he was looking for you just now. You should be in front of the sparring hall. Oh, okay. What's wrong, Link? Your bird won't come to you when you call it. For a Loftwing to ignore its master, master's call, something must be very wrong. making these Loftwings sound like automated cars, where you can buzz them and have them like drive. It's like self-drive to your location. The new Tesla's new Loftwing. That actually sounds like it would be the name of some like dumb new Tesla car. He's leading today's ceremony and should be made aware of what's going on. I see. If the headmaster is aware of the situation, then I'm sure he'll delay the ceremony for you. You just worry about finding that boat of yours. Man, the fact that they made unique dialogue for like every single character, even the lunch lady who didn't care about what we were doing, she was just sort of like, hey, you know, screw you. I'm making freaking sprouts. Dang, Link's really panting. This is really kicking Link's butt. This like light jog that he's doing. Not that I'm one to talk. A light jog would absolutely floor me right now.
Hey!
Oh. Hey, Link. Over here. I have some information about your Loftwing. Come over here. Oh, and there's Fledge. I was actually looking for Fledge. Fledge. For Pete's sake, Fledge.
Yeah?
Hey, Link, I was just looking for you. I heard your Loftwing has gone missing, so I thought I'd join the search. Oh, thanks, Pippet. And get this, when I asked Fledge what he knew, he started acting weird. I'm so sorry, Link. I really wanted to tell you, but if Goose found out I told you... Sounds like Goose forced him to keep quiet about it. Okay, I don't know. Goose did not force him to keep quiet about it. Fledge just is afraid of Goose. Go on. Tell him the truth. Just a little while ago, when I was cleaning the dining hall, Goose and his buddies came in. They didn't notice I was there and started talking about their plan to hide your Loftwing. I wanted to warn you, Link, but just as I tried to sneak away, Goose and his gang grabbed me. They said if I told you, they'd make sure I would never be able to ride a boat ever again. Oh, geez, wait, they actually threatened you? Oh, I forgot about that. That's actually... Okay, so why... I want to put this into perspective, right? This is a small town. There's not a huge, like, graduating class right now. The people who are about to take this test are Link, and then Groose and his two friends. So, I want you to think about the fact that they should just let, I mean, you could still have Link do the test, right? By himself. But why would the heck would you still let Groose and his two friends proceed at this point? It's becoming clear. Well, we know for sure now. We have like a witness who overheard their plan. So we have somebody who knows what they did. And then we have, and then we also have the same witness saying that like they basically threatened to permanently maim me if I told anybody about it. Like they're like almost death threatening people now. Like that's why are we? And everybody doesn't like them anyways. Everybody like seems to already have like problems with Groose and his cronies anyway. So why are we letting them do the test? I don't get it. Sounds like Bruce and his buddies had a plan to capture your boat and hide him near a waterfall. Well, near a waterfall would mean... Quick, let's take a look at your map. That's right there. I think that means the waterfall marked here with the X. I think it means the waterfall marked here with the X. Okay. Oh, we were just there, because that's the statue with the missing eye was right here. Oh ho ho. Forgive me, Link. I can't help being such a coward. I'm really sorry. No, it's okay, Fledge. I didn't know they threatened you with physical violence. Do you think you'll make it in time, Link? I'm such a wimp. I'm so sorry. No, it's really okay. Oh, that noise he makes is awful. It's okay, Fledge. It's alright. Stop making noises. Ah, if you're going out to the waterfall, remember there are some dangerous things there. Creepy, crawly things. We'll need to carry a sword. I think I saw the Knight Commander go into the sparring hall a while ago. You should go ask him if you can borrow one. Not a bad idea. Oh gee, I wonder what we're about to get up to in here. Oh, look at, you see the light coming in? That's a nice little place. Aegis. Hey, it's Link. So, you still want to get in some sword practice even though today is this wing ceremony? I'm impressed. The sword in the back room. Go back there and get it. I'll be here for a while, so if there's anything you don't understand about handling a sword, go ahead and ask. Alright, baby, here it is. Getting a sword just about the same time you probably would have had it in Wind Waker, right? You got a practice sword. Students at the Knight Academy practice with these. It looks like this is a fairly sharp blade. Press plus at any time, look at the items you're carrying. Oh, what if we can arm to the teeth now? Let's go. Oh, now we can do some like flips and dodges and stuff. I guess in town it would make sense that you wouldn't need to do that. Practice sword. Heck yeah, baby, let's go. Oh yeah? You want to learn about how to use a sword, right? I actually do, because I don't remember exactly how this works. Okay, so the basics of swordsmanship. It's important to think about the direction you're swinging your sword. If you swing it vertically, you'll do a vertical slice. If you swing it sideways, you do a side slash. A side slash. Thrust it forward to do a thrust. Next, there's a more advanced technique, the spin attack. Perfectly timed move when you're surrounded by enemies. If you remember these moves, you can handle yourself in a fight. Just remember the fundamentals. Always press ZL to target an enemy as soon as you see it. Try getting into some good practice on those logs. If you forget how to swing your sword, you can always check the help. Don't ever forget the fundamentals. Once you've sliced up those logs, I'll set it up so you can try out your big move. Alright. Oh yeah, you just tap it. Nice. Vertical slash. Hold it straight up and swing it down. Yeah, so if you hold, yeah, I really like this though, right? Whoa. This is for timing, to help timing. You gotta be a little, Oh, you tap it to thrust, right? That makes sense. That actually makes sense. That's pretty intuitive. Yeah. Yeah, so basically what you have is you have like 8 directions of Another thing though, yeah, I don't know if you noticed that. You have if you go up, down, and then up again, quickly, you have a vertical freaking spin slash, which is sick. But yeah, it's super. I don't know. I just really like it. There's like, once you get the hang of it, there's like a flow in combat now. But the really crazy thing about adding the new right stick controls that you could never do with the gyro controls, with either the gyro or the Wii Motion Plus controls, is the speed to which you are able to wail on enemies now. Enemies go down way faster, which is actually really nice. So basically, they basically gave Link a buff in this game just by adding this new control scheme. Because what it means for it is that because of the speed you're able to slash, people go down faster, which actually ends up feeling like way nicer. Because you still have to think about your slashes and stuff like that, but when you create openings in an enemy that let you just like slash them freely, they go down way quicker now, because fighting would end up being this sort of like, because of the way the sword, the slashes and stuff work now, there was always a sort of, anytime you would run across enemies in your path, like blocking your path, you had to fight them. In other Zelda games, you could always circumvent them eventually, right? You would eventually find other ways to circumvent them, or you could just get around them normally, right? But this game likes to throw enemies directly in your path a lot. But then fighting in this game originally was way slower because of the way the sword fighting worked. Every enemy had to be attacked in very specific ways, and you're struggling against the Wii motion controls, having to, and then you're like constantly. It would just combat would drag out longer than it needed to, and there's a lot of combat in this game because of there's so much focus on the sword stuff. There's way more combat in this game, mandatory combat specifically in this game, than there are in other games. But they would always take longer because of the fact that you could because of the fact that you could not just swing your sword however you wanted to, or because you would have like way more misinputs than you ever would with either this control scheme or just a very traditional I press a button to do an attack, right? That's right, Link. You really are as strong a swordsman. Easy to teach too. You make an instructor proud. Are you ready for the spin attack? Okay. Great, now I'm going to surround you with logs. Use the spin attack to cut them all without moving from that spot. Yeah, so the way these things, yeah, you go left, right, or right, left, right. Either way. You either do it horizontally or vertically, depending on whether you want a vertical spin attack, or a horizontal spin attack. Nice, good one. That sure looked like it felt good. It did, sir. So why don't you try a fatal blow to close our session? Yeah. All right then. When your enemy is down, I like how you just have the fatal blow now. When your enemy is down, target it with ZL and throw yourself at it to land a fatal blow. Do a side slash on that log, and when it's down, try to finish it off with a technique. Oh, I see. Oh, so it's the same thing as the vertical spin attack, but it's when you're prompted to with the dinging. That's the way. This is the way. A fatal blow is also an effective move right after you've used your shield, or a well-placed spin attack to knock your enemy on its back. Oh, but monsters don't stay down for long, so you have to land that fatal blow quick before they get up. Yes, sir. Now if you'll be excusing me, I, need this, so... Hey, Link. You can't take swords outside of the sparring hall. What do you think you're doing sneaking out with that? What? Your loft wing is missing. You want to go look for it? Well, I guess I can make an exception just this once. Well, remember that Skyloft is a peaceful place. Only knights carry swords. So I don't want to see you swinging it around like crazy out there. I don't want to get into too much trouble over this, so here's the deal. Make sure you get plenty of practice on these logs first. Once you get outside with that sword, only use it when you absolutely have to. Got it? Yes, sir. Hey, Gross. No, Igus. I had this is absolutely mandatory. I have to do this. Gross. I need to show you something. Listen, as an upperclassman, I've got some advice for you. It's something you should always do before you go somewhere dangerous. You should find a bird statue and send your prayers to the goddess to save you progress. Make it part of your routine. So do all of you look at Fledge. Fledge is completely motionless. He's just staring right into he's staring directly at me. He's side-eyeing me. I don't like this at all. Don't look at me like that, Fledge. Should be easy to find one. So hold on, does everybody does everybody save their progress? Can you guys reset the game too? What does that look? Are we all creating like diverging timelines? It's okay, Fledge. Stop beating yourself up about it. This really isn't about you, to be honest. You know, I'm not to be mean. This really isn't about you at all. So the fact that you are sitting there just beating yourself up over it when nobody else is kind of it's kind of more frustrating than the fact that you didn't just tell me what was going on to begin with. So. Yeah, they place these stamina food around town so you can just sort of freely move around with them. Oh, Kukiel! Do you want to see my special friend? It's called a sword. Well, this is the waterfall, right? I mean, I know it is, but yeah, that's what they're marking on the map. I wasn't sure if there were like other like story beats you can hit before. Thank you. That's another thing too. You see that? You see like the freaking speed, which you can cut something. You see how long you can keep this thing in the up in the air for? Oh, now I'm pissed. It's just so nice. You just get to do it. You have so much more control. I guess you could argue it might be like a little bit harder. That it might be like a little bit harder to do like spin attacks and stuff, but it's really not. You just gotta remember. I mean, basically what it does is it gives you like just a teensy bit of like like the equivalent of like fighting game controls a little bit. You know, you use the stick in a slightly more interesting way to get different attacks and stuff. Now, granted, Zelda games always had horizontal slashing and vertical slashing and stuff like that. They just never did anything with them, you know. Beware of blood-sucking monsters. No kids allowed. Blood-sucking monsters. Yeah, we'll see. Of course, first enemy's gotta be key. Gonna just absolutely annihilate them real fast. Don't mind me. Oh, and shoe jellies. I don't know why. I thought that flicking up would make me slash down. Although that doesn't make any sense. That was like my gut reaction. No, I know what a green rupee does, but thanks for letting me know. Oh, but also because there's like more focus on combat now, there's a lot of really interesting enemy types in this game. And there's a lot of enemies that, like, they have, like, later on we'll see, like, enemies have a lot of tells. You can keep track of. Enemies will actually start to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh. Ow. What's the word I'm looking for? Not advertise. There's still two, Thank you. Hold on, was that? Oh. Oh, what's one of the very classic wooden chests? A red rupee, dang. I can bank. I just tried to pull out the sword with the B button. It's gonna take some time, people. It's gonna take a little bit of time. I'm playing a lot of Zelda games, and this one's completely different than all of them. Yeah, I think it's because the camera's like pushed in a little more. Which again is because of how the combat works. They want you to have a like clearly understand where your thing is. Don't mind if I do. Oh, I keep putting my sword away. Oh, it's so smooth. The game just runs so smooth as butter. Gosh. Link. Zelda? Link, I was hoping I'd find you here. I heard you'd gone searching for your bird around the waterfall, so I thought I'd fly around to help you look. How's your search going? Any sign of your Loftwing? Oh no. Well, let's not lose hope yet. There's a place up ahead that Goose and his gang are always hanging out. Why didn't we think about doing this to begin with? Maybe we'll find something there. Oh, that's the second time she's looked off at the distance at something. The first time was when she was by herself, playing her harp. Who's that? Who's calling for me? Oh, sorry, Link. I got distracted for a moment. Let's go. Oh, you actually coming with me? We got a party member. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting around for, Link? Let's go get your Loftwing. Okay, as long as you're good. Spoiler alerts. She is not good. Look, there he is. No doubt about it, that's your Loftwing, Link. Oh, look at him. He's so happy. He just wants to be out. I bet he's been trying to get to me this whole time. Is it like painful for a Loftwing to not be able to respond to their To the writer? We should hurry, Link. Now that your loft wing is free, we should fly to the ceremony. But before you go, I have to ask you something. I heard this voice a few moments ago. Did you hear it too? She looks manic. It's been happening a lot lately. It's the strangest feeling. It's almost like someone is calling out to me. I've been having these strange thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not? It's Kingdom Hearts. I think. Oh man, I think I've realized why I like this whole intro so much. It's because it's Kingdom Hearts. I've been having these weird dreams lately. A Goofy. You ever wondered what's beneath the clouds? Let's go. Let's get off the island. Just you and me. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to let this go now. You ever wondered what's beneath the clouds? Some say that it's an empty, barren place, or even that there's nothing all down below. Nothing at all down below. But I just have this feeling that they're wrong. Some of Father's old texts talk about a place called the Surface. The old tales describe a whole world under there, far more vast than Skyloft. Thing is, no one's ever been down there to see it. Our loft wings won't fly through the cloud barrier. But I can't help imagining the wild things that might be waiting down below. Someday I want to see for myself. No, sorry, like, we don't have time to talk. Let's get going. Look, your bird's waiting for you. Sleep off the edge and press down. Don't worry about falling, your bird will catch you for sure this time. You can't just fall to your doom. Like, don't do that. But all the music in these beginning parts is really good. Now we get our first taste of flying. Flying is good. I like flying in this game. So let's run your bird through the basics just to make sure he's not hurt. That's a good way to include a good explanation for a tutorial. You can fly your bird in any direction when it's headed upward. It'll slowly lose speed. Okay. Want to speed up, direct your bird upward to gain altitude, then drop down for a fast dive. So again, gain altitude, then dive to speed up. Those are the basics of getting your bird top speed. Okay. How's the handling? Do you think he's flying alright? Seems to be. Oh yeah, I thought you can like brake. While riding your loft wing, press that at any time to go over basic controls. Okay. You can also charge, which is a speed attack, as well as slow down when you need to. Try all these moves, see how they feel. Oh, X to charge. Oh, also, yeah, first taste of the sky. Do you like all these giant floating rocks around it? Does that tickle your fancy? Should I invoke the flying controls? Nah, I'll just get used to it like this. I like inverting flying controls for, inverted flying controls for, like, Star Fox. Well, that's a huge relief. Well, I don't know about you, Link, but your Loftwing looks like he's flying great. My father and the others are probably worried about your bird, so let's go give them the good news. Your Loftwing is really amazing. No, your Loftwing really is amazing. Especially considering everything the poor guy has been through this morning. I'm gonna go fly back and tell Father what happened. Sick. Well, if it isn't Link. What around the plazas, you found your dumb bird of yours. Well, that's just great, because you and your dumb bird can't tell time. All the pre-race warm-ups me and the guys did were for nothing. I'm all stiff. We've been waiting forever for the race to start, and then they delay it for you? I don't get it. The big flake gets special treatment? You're almost a man, yet you still can't seem to go anywhere without Zelda. A man can't walk around with his lady friend? I don't understand, dude. You send me some conflicting messages here, man. I bet you can't even decide what you have for lunch on your own, huh? I don't think we haven't noticed the smug looks. Oh, Zelda and I are best friends. We go everywhere together. Ugh. You think you're pretty suave, don't you? Well, don't you? This has been going on forever about how he's gonna be the one with Zelda. He's really got his pompadour and a ruffle about her. Freaking Durlin and Stretch. Durlin, Stretch, and Groose. Freaking, they were on something when they were making names for people in this game. Hate to break it to you, but today is the day I bust this adorable little fantasy land you're living in. Zelda's playing the role of the goddess today at today's ceremony, and I'm gonna be the one to claim that sailcloth. When I heard she made it herself, man, no way I was gonna let some scrawny clown snatch the prize from me. Oh yes, a sailcloth. Zelda sailcloth will be mine. Ugh. Oh man, I bet she was thinking about me when she was stitching it. I never understand this sort of archetype of guy who for some reason thinks that girl is super into him when there is clearly zero indication that that is the case. There is only an indication that the exact opposite is the case. I guess it's just like he loves himself, so how could somebody else not also love him? Yep, I can see it now. First, I won the big race, and Zelda and I finished the ceremony together on the statue. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. It'll be our special moment alone. Nobody is stopping me and Zelda from having our moment. Oh, it's so real, I can see it. Criminy. Completely sleazy. Groose. Psst, Groose, behind you. Right behind you. What, can't you two see I'm in the middle of... Can you explain just what you mean by our special moment alone? Nothing big, really. Just... Link, yeah, I was just telling my buddy here I was glad he found that red bird of his. Boy, am I looking forward to a fair race. Anyway, later, Zelda. Look at me during the race. I'll be the one pulling off all the dangerous moves. What are you two? Honestly. Did you hear that guy? Fair... Oh, I was about to do Groose's voice with Zelda. Did you hear that guy? Fair race? Yeah, the chances of that happening are just about less than 0. Then why are we letting him participate in the... I get that the class size is 4 people, but come on. Let Fledge try, even, at this point. I do like this build-up, though. It's very much like the build-up, like the rivalry that they build up between Sora and Riku at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1. Now that I've unlocked something, and I have unlocked Pandora's box, Skyward Sword X Kingdom Hearts. They are same game. I will hear nothing to the contrary. It's only gonna get worse as we go along. But no, honestly, that is actually an apt comparison in this case, because it's like that. What both of these cases, what they're doing very effectively here is they're building this rivalry between you and Groose, of him being the absolute worst guy, and all of this is building up to a race. We just learned how to fly. Now, the basics of flying are pretty easy, but that was the first. But this is our first time we're going to be flying. The next time we're going to be flying is in the race, and what I think they do effectively here is build up the sort of like a little teensy bit of tension in the rivalry, and they make you want to not only win, because you see how Zelda and Link are around each other, and freaking Zelda constantly giving Link the like freaking big doe eyes. She's like, clearly she's head over heels for him, right? So it's like you want to win that moment with her, but then also you just don't want Groose to win, right? Like the idea of Groose winning feels bad. Now, I don't know if you can lose. I think, well, okay. I think you could. I think if you lose, then it counts as like a game over, probably, right? I think. Unlike in Kingdom Hearts, where if you lose the tally just Riku just gets more points on the tally than you do. But here's the thing: it also sucks to lose to Riku, right? For the same reasons. You don't want to lose to Groose. Losing to that guy, you're gonna lose to that guy? That sounds awful. In fact, it sounds so bad that I think they give you a game over. Now, here's the thing: I'm not 100% sure if you can actually lose regardless in this game. Oh, in the upcoming race, I think you can. I'm sure you can. I wouldn't imagine why, unless they just play it as a story beat to hit, right? And make it impossible to lose. But that would be kind of lame. I would rather fail and then have to try again. Because when you fail things that are like, to me, it's like, hey, the story's supposed to unfold in one way, right? Link is canonically supposed to win the race, right? In order for the story to proceed. So by losing, you have failed to hit the next story beat. So that's why you're trying again, right? You need to see what actually is supposed to happen. At least that's how I always That's how I always see it when failure is not an option in games. Either way, don't let those fools get you down, Link. Just get out there and fly the best you can. I know you got those guys beat. Deep down, I think you do too. Us? Alone? Nah. Now we're on the same page. Yeah. That's the spirit, Link. Trust me, you can win this.
Hey!
The wing ceremony will now begin. Participating students, please assemble. Looks like it's race time. Good luck, Link. Let's do it. They got an air show going on. That's hilarious.
Hey!
Your attention, please. At last we are ready to begin the wing ceremony. I was beginning to worry that we'd have to proceed without Link, but luckily that is no longer a concern. I'm glad you could all make it. Before we start, except for you, Groose, and you, Colin. Oh, not Colin. No, it is Colin. And you, Colin. And you too, Stritch. You guys suck. Before we start, I'll explain the rules for today's competition. I've attached a small statuette to this bird, who will then release to the skies. On my signal, dash from the starting line and dive off the ledge. Once you are in the air, mount your loft wing. Remember to call your bird promptly with that, once you dive off the edge. Whoever catches the bird and claims the statuette will be this year's champion. Those are the rules. Simple enough. I should think, but do you need to hear them again? Again! Again! Very well, but listen closely this time. I've attached. I just like the excitement of the exclamation point of again. One more time. Again. No. Nope, I'm good. Excellent. As you well know, today's champion will graduate from the next class, bringing him one step closer to knighthood. He will also receive a gift from the young woman chosen to play the role of the goddess in this year's ritual. Today is special for many reasons, but it is also the 25th anniversary of the Zelda franchise. No, it's the 25th anniversary of our fine institution. To celebrate the occasion, today's champion shall also receive his gift high atop the statue of the goddess. Oh, I see. Special day. Multiple reasons. I hear the young woman performing the role today of the goddess this year has crafted the gift herself. And as you well know, the role of the goddess this year will be performed by the lovely Zelda. Freaking gross. Let's see your finest flying out there. Show me how hard you've been practicing. Also, I want to see good clean flying. Anyone caught interfering with other riders will answer to me. That goes double for you, Gross.
Hey!
Alright, gentlemen, line up. On my command, the competition will begin.
Hey!
I will not lose. It just sort of starts too. It starts pretty quick after they're done talking. How did you two get ahead of me? Hey, don't you know this is my day to get all the glory? Wait, does Groos's boat even have a pompadour? Oh, all their boats have their hairstyle. You heard him? Let's see you fly with egg on your face? You're throwing things at me. Oh, crap. Oh, the control's not being inverted. It's screwing me up now. Come on, Link. Come on, Link. Oh, thank goodness. That looked really close. Groose looked very, very close. I think the noises he was making might have been grab attempt, so it might have been me getting close to him. I'm honestly not sure. We got the bird statuette. It proves your victory today. Wait till Zelda sees this. Woof. Link! Zelda, you absolute psychopath. Don't worry, I'm fine. I mean, you two are so into each other it makes you look dumb. Just like, you figure it out or don't. Now we better get on with the ceremony. It's a really cute scene though. I love this moment. I love this whole intro. I think it's really nice. It feels very, very storybook. Link, hand me that bird statuette you grabbed from the race. I must offer it to the goddess. Great goddess, guiding light and protector of our people, grant us your blessing and mercy as I act in your stead during this ceremony. Valiant youth who grasped victory in the celebration of the bird folk, in accordance with the old ways. I now bestow the blessings of the goddess upon you. The blessings of the goddess drift down from the heavens aloft a sail, which I now pass on to you. No. Please, Nintendo. You did this in Twilight Princess 2. You're having a nice touching moment with freaking Impaz, and then Link goes, "Oh, look at the thing I got, Mom!" Screw you, Nintendo. I'm probably gonna be pretty quiet for the remainder of this cutscene, just because it's really nice, and I just like kind of wanna let it play out. But I will say before before we move on, this game, you really feel the love of the craft in this game. And of course, that's not to say you don't in the other ones. You really do in the other ones, right? But like in this game, you really, if there's anything that you can say about this game, is that the people behind it, truly, it felt like they cared about the world and the characters and and like in crafting a beautiful, like hand-painted world, crafting characters that were very fleshed out. Maybe, I mean, already I would say these characters have so much personality that other Zelda games, they don't lack that. It's just it's the moments of that personality. The moments are very very spaced out. But I think what this intro does is it pulls you into this world and really gets you connected with the characters and very specifically gets you invested to some degree. Right? It's still early, but invested in some degree to this new Link and this new Zelda. And their relationship with one another. I think they do a good job of getting you invested in that and seeing where that goes. There's like, I don't know, there's so much joy, there's so much like happiness whenever those two are like on screen with each other, interacting and stuff. It's nice. You just sort of like feel the love of that was being poured into the story. Now you can jump from any height without fear of a painful landing. It smells nice too. Link, quit goofing. This is supposed to be a sacred ritual, remember? Okay, I love that because that immediately reveals that Link really was standing there holding the sailcloth up into the air, which I'm imagining he must just do that as like a joke to people. Like, I don't know. I love that though. It's supposed to be a sacred ritual. But also, you know, as far as like little things about Link and what he's thinking, what he does and stuff like that, that even that gives Link a little bit of characterization. But also the little extra flavor text for the item saying it smells nice too, just like letting you know like Link is. That's something that Link picked up on. You know, they said that the goddess gave the sailcloth to her chosen hero long ago. Of course, the one you're holding isn't the same one. I'm working hard to finish making this sailcloth in time to give it to today's champion. Specifically, just a sailcloth seems kind of a rudimentary way to lower yourself to the ground, but I guess if it works. I'm really glad I got to give it to you, Link. Make sure you take good care of it, okay? Thanks for making it up here to do this with me today, like you promised, Link. Sort of? I'm glad you're so well informed on the subject. You have to jump out the statue. Look down, see that big round design in the courtyard below? To finish the ceremony, you need to drop down right in the center of it. Leap off the edge here, right before you hit the ground, press Z out to open your sailcloth. I mean, for a moment, both you and Link are kind of like, what are you getting at? What happens at the end of the ceremony? And right when she spins you around, I'm like, I always think, I'm like, are you gonna push me off, are you gonna push me to my death for like the second time today? Now here's the thing. Screw the flying bird test. This is the hardest part of the whole thing. This is the hardest part of the whole ritual. I can never land on the first try. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm just bad. I'm just bad and dumb. Just how brave are you? If you were really fearless, you'd wait till the last second to use your sailcloth. So, ready to jump? Oh, for Pete's sake, you did do it! Now, you can't just splat, and then you get teleported back to the top, and you can just keep splatting over and over again. It's the funniest thing. But I wanted the moment to play out right. That was perfect, Link. You're amazing. This is like, it's like, looking at these two look at each other, it's like rot your teeth sweet. It's actually, it's almost too much. Like, I can't, it makes me want to squeal, like a little, like, I don't know. I'm fangirling out over here, guys. I don't, you know, like, seeing as how you won today, and with the weather being so nice, you think maybe you'd like to, you know, go fly around the clouds together? The song is called Romance in the Air, I think. And it's lovely. You really want it to last.